You mean to tell me Steve Harvey, your favorite comedian, you mean you've been waiting for him to do stand-up for 15 years now?
Like, I got somebody really attacking me right now. I mean, really going after me, man. I'm just waiting to see what God gonna do. Because they're gonna have to get on.
Well, like the Steve Harvey thing, I think he might have been doing it just smooth. You know, not maybe stealing my material. You know, maybe giving the benefit of the doubt. Maybe one of his writers did it. But we all know whose material it is.
Things are heating up in the world of comedy, with Katt Williams taking shots at some major players in the game. During a recent appearance on Club Shay Shay, Katt ruffled a whole lot of feathers by dropping the bomb on what goes on behind the stage. But he dedicated most of the interview to calling out Steve Harvey. For years, Harvey has been celebrated in the world of comedy, with some even crowning him as the unopposed king of the game. However, Katt has taken it upon himself to reveal the secret to Steve's success, and it ain't pretty. According to Williams, Steve might have sold his soul to the devil to get to the point where he is today. From stealing jokes from fellow comedians to blatant showboating and siding with the Hollywood elite, Steve's closet is teeming with skeletons. And Katt isn't making up wild accusations out of thin air. He comes armed with proof. Just what incriminating evidence did Katt get his hands on? And what sacrifices did Steve make for the sake of fame? Let's find out.
They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about.
Katt Williams and Steve Harvey have never exactly been best buds. For years, Katt has been taking shots at Harvey for stealing jokes and whatnot. Back in 2008, the beef reached its boiling point when Katt threatened to go after Steve's title as the unrivaled king of comedy. Jamie Foxx set up the stage on December 19, 2008 on his radio show, Sirius XM Foxhole. He played a clip of Katt calling out Harvey where he proudly claimed that Steve's career would be over the minute he stepped into the ring with Katt, ahead of their December 31st show that year. However, Steve wasn't shaken up by the threats. Instead, he proceeded to subtly insult Katt by saying how he didn't know Katt back in the day since he hadn't been in any movies or so. Steve then switched things up, saying that he was baffled by the situation because he and Katt had long made up over a phone call. However, he wasn't going to give Katt the satisfaction of a response. Quoting his grandfather, Steve said that he had been taught that dogs only bark at things that are moving like the moon. And if the moon barks back, the dog ends up becoming famous.
Dogs don't bark at parked cars. A dog only bark at a car that's moving and going somewhere.
While Steve may not have wanted to play, Katt wasn't about to back down. He set the stage ablaze during the New Year's Eve performance, taking shots at Steve for his hair, looks, and career. That said, Katt decided to stir the pot once more during his recent appearance on Club Shay Shay. The 3-hour-long interview shows Katt pulling back the curtains on the dark side of Hollywood, and his main focus was Steve Harvey. Katt started off by accusing Steve of stealing the idea of his show from Mark Curry's sitcom, Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business, and it's a man unit.
Katt then shifted his focus to Steve's failed acting career. Over the years, Steve has painted an interesting picture to explain why his career as an actor never took off. According to Harvey, he never had the time since he was running 7 shows. However, Katt's bringing a new take on the situation. According to him, Steve was desperate for a shot at acting, but in Katt's words, the industry didn't want a potato head like him.
Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good Oba-Kaby and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have a range.